Let me ask you this, particularly for the people who have websites, and we're guilty of this, right? And they stop at they stop at the website, right? So
Mhm.
for the nonprofit and small business out there who they're getting ready to refresh in the new year, what are the systems or tools or strategies that they should be thinking about in addition to the website, right?
Yeah.
Your website is kind of like the front door, right? But there has to be, like you said, more engagement, more value add, more intentionality,
Yes.
to move from a visitor to
Mm.
engagement.
Yeah.
So when we think about, okay, you got your website, you also need this, and this
Yeah.
connection to that.
So you need to understand where you're telling your story. Your website is a place, but with your website, are you searchable? And where you're searchable, are you telling the story? Everywhere is about telling the story. When people search you, are your keywords matching with how they're talking and how people would read your story? Because that's how they search. People don't search in necessarily keywords, they search in phrases, they search in ideas and thoughts, and they're asking questions. And so, are these questions answered throughout your website? Outside of your website, through your email marketing, are you telling your story and continuing your story? Do you have automation set up in place where you don't have to manually send out an email every time that somebody comes to your website? Because that is unrealistic for most people. We're busy. We have to have automation set up. And if you don't understand automations in 2026, you need to focus on automations. You can put your business, most of it, on autopilot in 2026 because of AI, because of features and tools. Your chat servers can now run off AI. You put in your FAQs, answer a couple questions, it can read all of the information in your website, and it can respond to people in an extremely timely manner while you're buffering through some of those conversations. You're not missing anything on the spot. Through your digital marketing, meaning through your social media platforms and YouTube and all these different places, are you continuing the story, or are you just posting sales jargon? Most people just post sales stuff and nobody wants to be sold. Everybody wants to buy something. Nobody wants to be sold. People want to be communicated with, they want to be educated, and they want to feel like they're receiving some type of value. So you need to understand your strategy in storytelling is, how am I communicating our efficiency, our effectiveness, and making ourselves thought leaders in the space that we want people to support us in financially? How are we articulating that message consistently? Is it once a week I have a 1 minute conversation where I educate people on something that they need to know and answer their questions? Or am I just constantly giving out little nuggets of information leading up to grander things that they would need to come to us about, or telling people how they need to execute, and then letting them know I can provide that service for you or not, but at least now you know. Who you think they're going to trust? The person that told them how it all works. Because now they have to take the information they just learned from you. And if they have to take it to somebody else, they have to hope that they're as knowledgeable about it as you, that they understand what you taught them. And if they start having conversations with people and they have no idea what they're talking about, and they're like, well, no, but this guy told me I had to do this. You don't know what that is? And I'm going back to him. Right? So people don't realize how important that is. And I don't care if it's a clothing line, if it's a sports agent, I don't care if it's a nonprofit organization. Are you telling the story? Don't just ask me for my money. Educate me on why I should spend my money and where my money is going and what it's going to do and how it's going to affect the greater good and how is it going to make me feel good. I don't donate because I'm supposed to donate. I donate to things that tug at my heartstrings. Yeah, like don't just tell me, yeah, I got some kids, man, and they need some food. I'm like, okay, so if I give you $100, what is that gonna do? Like, no. If you donate $100 today, I'm gonna be able to feed that child for 2 weeks because this person is gonna help me, this person is gonna help me, it's gonna subsidize this, it's gonna go to that, and you will have helped a child eat for 2 weeks without having to miss a meal. That is completely different for me. I want to know how I'm making a difference. I don't want to know that I'm gonna feed somebody.
And I think that's so important, right? Because we become so inundated with marketing and branding that we forget this is so much bigger than us,
Mm-hmm.
right? Somebody may come to your website, but and I know this intimately as we work with clients, they're like, "Man, I saw your whether it's an ad or your social media post or your messy Monday and you do not know how I needed that. And I took
Hmm.
that nugget and I was able to do that." And I think what you're talking about is not only the why, but the intentionality.
Mm-hmm.
That we really got to be intentional about the mission and the vision that we have for these nonprofits, these small businesses, these churches, this clothing brand, right? That it's more than just what we do. It's how what we do impacts people's lives in really
Absolutely.
tangible ways. And we've been able to see that, you and I together, whether it was working with the Lit Conference back in the man, those students, like the
Yeah.
transformation in their lives. And just
Yeah.
recently, we just did the Pastors and Leaders Conference, and we've been getting so much of that feedback, even from like the scholarship gala. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
even multiple brands within one event, right? How
Mm-hmm.
each thing really impacts people. So this is the section of World Changer Wednesday that I love. It's the nugget of the day. So, like, if you could just give one last nugget to that person out there who 2025 was a rough year,
Yeah.
who, they haven't dusted off the website, they
Mm-hmm.
haven't thought about the why behind the tools and tips. What's the nugget that you would leave with them as they go into 2026?
Simplify your processes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Simplify your processes. Listen, I had this epiphany this year. Chick-fil-A sells chicken. They don't sell hamburgers.
And
They
got the
sell chicken.
nerve to have a cow as the
Listen, I mean, the branding is
yes.
top tier, right? But they sell chicken. They sell the same chicken. They just do it perfectly every time. Raising Cane's sells chicken. Different chicken, but chicken. They do what they do perfect every time. They don't need a 50 item menu. They have one item that they do a few different ways, but they do it perfectly every single time. And I think that goes way over our head sometimes. You perfect something and then you verticalize it. Because if you have a bunch of imperfect things, you're running a bunch of imperfect things at the same time. You're going to get cluttered, you're going to get confused, and you're going to get frustrated. Simplify things. What do I want to perfect first? What do I want? What system do I want to perfect first? If it's my website, perfect. What do I need to perfect my website? Do I have A, B, C, D, E, F, G automated where it operates in a way that's extremely easy for me to understand and navigate? And then social media or whatever the other vertical is, digital media, or whether it's physical media, or whatever it is. But go step by step and perfect these things. And you'll see drastic improvements in your health, wellness, and ability to think clearly. And you'll feel happier about the journey because you'll be accomplishing things along the way instead of leaving a trail of unfinished business. That's gonna be my nugget. Like simplify things.
Love it. I love it. And I'm so excited about this Vision 2026
Mhm.
series. So thank you for being here, Michael. Thank you for being a part of our team. We love working with you and we're excited for 2026. We're cooking up some stuff for y'all. We're really excited about. So make sure that you stick around. Like, share, comment, please. World Changer Wednesday is our gift to you all, right?
Yeah.
This is how we give you free training. This is how we give you opportunities to hear from amazing people who
Yeah.
are sharing their real stories and the real impact that they're making. So help us to share with the world. Like, share, comment. Go ahead. You already see the link in the screen. If you need a little bit more, right? You're like, this was good, but I got some questions. Go ahead, hit the link. We're open to have a consultation or a strategy session with you because we really care. And like Michael said, okay, keep it simple.
Keep it
And
simple.
we're here to help you do that. All right, peace out. See you next time.
Peace out.